many sports fans in this country who look at the current debate over kneeling during the national anthem and say, please just keep politics out of sports. However, there is a long history of athletes using their platform to fight for a cause. Here tonight, ABC's Chris Connolly.
For Colin Kaepernick, it began a year ago, hoping to send a message.
There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality.
This conversation started around one quarterback in San Francisco who decided to use his platform to try to draw attention to criminal justice reform, police brutality, and innocent people dying at the hands of police officers.
This weekend, he saw his message and his means of conveying it command the attention of the nation. Even Stevie Wonder, lifelong entertainer and activist, during a concert in New York Central Park.
Tonight, I'm taking a knee for America. But not just one knee. I'm taking both knees in prayer for our planet, our future, our leaders of the world, and our globe.
Yet unsigned by any NFL team for the 2017 season, Kaepernick could not be found on the field, where he said he wants to be, where NFL analysts and players have said he deserves to be.
Do I think Kaepernick is better than some of these starting quarterbacks in this league? Absolutely. Should he be on a roster, in my opinion? Absolutely.
Instead, he could be found here in cyberspace, retweeting a host of images of players and others who support him, including military widows, as if in response to reaction, he told the undefeated that he anticipated.
You're going to have that backlash for trying to fight for people. Yeah. And that was something I was fully prepared for.
Without question, he's not in the league because of the protest, because of the knee. The fact is, Colin Kaepernick is the face of this protest in the NFL.
70 years ago, this was the face of change and of social activism in sports, when Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color line in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers, as he told Dick Cavett on ABC in 1972.
The whole situation in breaking the barrier was done simply because we had a purpose in mind to go out and win. Then you moved into a town like Brooklyn, and it was just fantastic the way the fans responded and reacted. They were a great bunch of people.
His heroism made him a revered American, a true north for athletes willing to take the lead on social issues, often in the area of race. At the 1968 Summer Olympics, this would be one of the galvanizing images of its time. U.S. medalists Tommy Smith and John Carlos raising gloved fists. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient in 2016, would boycott those games in 1968, as he told NBC Sports.
The Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act really had not taken hold, and life for Black Americans was still touch and go.
This is a tradition in the African-American community. This is a tradition across the country. We've always had athletes to use their platforms to speak out around issues of social justice.
Also in the 60s, it was Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world, and a voice for black empowerment and dissent, as on WABC's Like It Is.
You my opposing, I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Ali, a life biographer, Jonathan Eig, says activism is Ali's greatest legacy.
Ali had the power to speak out because he was a superstar. Now we see athletes taking more responsibility, in part because they have more control over their own careers.
No comment. Ali declared himself a conscientious objector in 1966.
Here today, he is rejecting induction into the military service. What happens now to his title?
Ali would be stripped of his title and prosecuted. In 1971, the Supreme Court would rule unanimously in Ali's favor.
He said he would give up his life. He would sooner die before he would compromise his convictions. And I think that's ultimately why it matters today.
Billie Jean King would be a leading light of the women's movement, advocating for equal rights and opportunity, as at the Miami Open in 2016.
Everyone thinks women should be thrilled when we get crumbs, okay? And I want women to have the cake, the icing, and the cherry on top, too.
Kaepernick's kneeling moment had less direct precursors as well. In summer 2016, the WNBA's Minnesota Lynx would wear Black Lives Matter shirts, explaining their decision on WCCO at a press conference.
This is a human issue, and we need to speak out for change together.
4 off-duty police officers providing security at the Lynx game in the Twin Cities would leave their posts in protest. Later that year, Megan Rapinoe of the U.S. women's national team would also take a knee. And in an unprecedented role for the best player in an American team sport, LeBron James would embrace activism on social media, on the court itself, and in public on such shows as the 2016 ESPYs.
It's time to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what are we doing to create change?
I think LeBron is standing up for what he believes in, and he has the right to do so. And I think the more voices that are heard, the better off we'll be as a country, because we need to learn how to respect each other's voices and not retort that statement with anger or divisiveness.
The question is whether or not the NFL community has been changed by this. And that is one only the players themselves can answer. What exactly were they protesting on Sunday? Were they protesting Trump's criticism of them protesting? Or were they protesting the things that Colin Kaepernick was protesting, which is racial inequality and social justice?
Amid the tumult, a voice from the past could be heard once again. Jackie Robinson's voice, the ACLU tweeting a page from his 1972 memoir, in which this American pioneer looks back on his life as, he says, a black man in a white world, and declares, "I cannot stand and sing the anthem." For Nightline, I'm Chris Connolly in Los Angeles.
Our thanks to Chris Connolly, and we'll be right back.
ABC News Nightline, brought to you by